A photon is emitted as a hydrogen atom undergoes a transition from n equals to 5 to n equals to 2 state. Find A, the energy, and B, the wavelength of the emitted photon. C, what energy photon, when absorbed by this hydrogen atom, can cause the electron to transition from n equals to 2 back to the n equals to 5 state? The transition happens between n equals to 5 and n equals to 2, so we can find the energy at the n equals to 5, that's negative 13.6 eVs divided by 5 squared, and this one gives us negative 0.544 eVs. At n equals to 2 state, the energy is negative 13.6 eVs over 2 squared, and this gives me negative 3.4 eVs. To cause the transition, the photon involved has energy that's the difference between the two. So the photon energy must equal to the difference. So this is the upper level, that's the lower level. So the difference is the upper minus the lower, negative 0.544 minus the negative 3.4, and this gives me 2.86 eVs. That's the answer for part A. But then we also want the wavelength of the same photon. So this equals to HF, which is H times C over lambda. I'm using eVs over here, so I need the H to be 4.14 times 10 to the negative 15th. The C is 3 times 10 to the 8th, and this will give me a wavelength that is 4.34 times 10 to the negative 7th meter. And that's the answer for part B. And then part C, we want the transition to go back from n equals to 2 to 5, so it's going to involve the same energy photon. It's just instead of the photon being emitted, this time the photon has to be absorbed. But the amount of energy involved is the same, 2.86 eVs. Now I'm changing the part C a little bit. Instead of using a photon with 2.86 eVs, I'm using a photon with 2.88 eVs. It has a little bit extra energy than that. Can this photon cause the electron to transition from n equals to 2 back to n equals to 5? To cause an electron or a hydrogen atom to transition from state to state, the photon energy involved has to be exact. 2.88 eVs is too much for a transition 2 to 5, but it is also too little for 2 to 6. So this photon cannot be absorbed by this hydrogen atom, and therefore it does not cause any transition.